I mean, MG Narega. Saurav, yes, exactly. MG Narega only. Chalo. Speaking of schemes, the first question from 2015 is this. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has been launched for A. Providing housing loan to poor people at cheaper rates. 2. Promoting women's self-help groups in backward areas. Uh, 3. Promoting financial inclusion in the country. And D. Providing help to marginalized communities. Okay. Polls, answers in the polls, please. Answers always in the polls. Go ahead. Answers always in the polls. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Good. Almost all of you got the answer correct. Well done. Well done. Well done. Very good. Very good. Simple, very, very simple way to do this is Jan stands for Janta. Janta stands for general public. Out of all of these, the only thing which stands for general public is essentially this. Clear? Okay, let's start. Okay. No, the answer is C. The answer is C. Answer is C. Must be something wrong with the poll. Answer is C. Absolutely. Answer is C. So sorry. The answer is absolutely C. C. Promoting financial inclusion in the country. Sorry. Chalo. Next. This is a tough one. Let's look at this. कि कई बार लोग गलती कर देते हैं इसमें. Consider the following statements regarding directive principles of state policy. Yes, the poll wrongly picked up the answer. C had already fit in the variables. Consider the following statements regarding directive principles of state policy. 1. The principles spell out the socio-economic democracy in the country. That's statement 1. 2. The provisions contained in these principles are not enforceable in any court. Which of the following statements given above is or are correct? I'm opening the poll. Please answer only and only on the poll. Go ahead. Thank you, Geeta. Thank you so much. Very sweet of you. Thank you. Yes, this continues always. 3 times a week, alternate days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Good. Very good. Simple way to do this is, let's understand this. Fundamental rights essentially give you political democracy, which basically means equality, expression, life, dignity. Okay, political democracy. Whereas directive principles give you socio-economic democracy, equal pay for equal work, treating nutrition, for example, Panchayati Raj, for example. A lot of it is essentially socio-economic in nature. Okay, so fundamental rights are political in nature, directive principles socio-economic. अब बहुत simple तरीका है. Political democracy के पैसे नहीं लगते, socio-economic democracy के लगते हैं. Political democracy does not cost money, whereas directive principles costs money. For example, if you have to make sure that there is equal distribution of wealth, if you have to make sure that people are able to, access resources equally, if you want to make sure that cottage industries are being promoted, these are all directive principles. इसके पैसे लगते हैं ना. To essentially set up institutions will always cost money. So I cannot at any given point of time compel the government to spend money because that would take away the mandate of being the government. We've discussed this always. There's something called democratic mandate. Democratic mandate means to perform a democratic function, you must have some form of democratic mandate. To perform a democratic function, you must have a democratic, always remember, you must have a democratic, perform a democratic function, you must have some form of democratic mandate. ठीक है, खुद ही सोच के देखो, if directive principles were enforceable in nature, which means the government had no option but to implement it, then what is the point of becoming government if you do not have independence of policy making, if you do not have the choice to implement whatever you want to, however you want to? For example, if one of the directive principles is to promote cottage industry, and if this was enforceable, which means if the government did not promote cottage industries, you could take the government to court. Now, the government could walk up to court and say, boss, I don't have the money for it. I don't think cottage industries, government could say this, that according to the government, how could the government have the money for it? Second, the government could say that, boss, according to me, the cottage industries are not necessarily the priority of the country. I want to promote agriculture first. So you cannot, under any circumstances, compel the government to make a welfare decision, to make a policy decision, because the government allows for you to do the same because they have been elected, because they have been chosen as the representatives, because they have the democratic mandate. This is why neither the preamble is enforceable nor the directive principles are enforceable. So that is why the statements both 1 and 2 are correct. So the answer becomes C. Okay? Very good. Yes. No, due process of law is not the same thing as directive principles of state policy. Okay? The rule, I'll explain this in case you don't know this. Please understand this and understand this very carefully. When we say directive principles are not enforceable, please understand this. I understand that there is a lot of time, there's a confusion on this. When we say that directive principles are not enforceable, what does this mean? This means if the government does not implement a directive principle, there is nothing you can do, nothing at all you can do against the government. If the government does not implement a directive principle, then there is nothing that you can do against the government. But the question is, what if the government decides to implement a directive principle? This would mean you would want to sometimes make a law out of it. For example, MGNREGA. Okay? Sometimes you would want to make a scheme out of it, again, like MGNREGA or the National Nutrition Mission. Not only the government, sometimes the judiciary can also give you interpretations and judgments based on directive principles if they want to. The question is, if the government doesn't want to do this, there's nothing you can say against the government. But if the government decides to do this, then boss, they better do it properly. So yes, for example, you would say, अगर वो implement नहीं कर रहा है, I'll be very candid with this. अगर वो implement नहीं कर रहे, then there is nothing you can do. कर रहे तो तमीज से करो. या तो पढ़ाई करो तो अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो, नहीं करनी है पढ़ाई तो मत करो. किताब खोल के किताब के साथ ऐसे meditation मत करो. That's the basic idea. You understand this? Simple enough. If the government doesn't want to do this, don't do it. But if the government decides to do this, it has to be done properly and sincerely. So even if you've made a law, then the government can't say, see, this is a special law, we've made it because of DPSP. तो क्या हो, law तो law ही होता है. Article 13 is very clear. Article 13 says, boss, if there is a law, it cannot violate a fundamental right. अब implement किया, this is like any other law. This is like any other scheme. So no law, no scheme, nothing can violate fundamental rights. So the idea is, don't want to implement it, don't do it. You want to implement it, you better do this properly. That's the basic explanation. That's how fundamental rights work. So when I say not enforceable, it means that if they don't implement it, there is nothing you can do against the government. Clear on this? Excellent. Good. Okay. All right. हाँ. फेयर एंड रेम्यूनरेटिव प्राइस ऑफ शुगर केन, ये एग्रीकल्चर का भी है थोड़ा सा, बट बॉडी है. तो राहुल प्लीज पोस्ट योर क्वेश्चन, आई विल आंसर इट. Fair and remunerative price of sugarcane. The fair and remunerative price of sugarcane is approved by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Anant, no, the question box is for questions. The chat box is if there is a tech issue that you are facing, if you are not able to hear me, or if I ask you to respond to something, then you put it here. Okay. First is Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Second is Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices, short form is CACP. Third is Directorate of Marketing and Inspection, Ministry of Agriculture. The fourth is Agricultural Produce Marking Committee, APMC. All right. Yes, Rahul, but that is my discretion, like directive principles. Okay. Ready? Go ahead. फंस गए. All right. कोई बात. चल भाई, there's a very simple logic to do this, don't worry. आराम से ट्रिक से हो जाता है. ठीक है. सी सिंपल. What is definitely not the answer? ठीक है, इधर मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ ना, कमेंट बाद में कर लेना, पढ़ लो. ठीक है. What is definitely the answer? What is definitely not the answer? Okay, very simple. भाई सी तो नहीं होगा. मार्केटिंग इंस्पेक्शन का क्या करोगे? ठीक है. सेकंड, एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोड्यूस मार्केट कमिटी, APMC. Now we all know that APMCs exist in every state. They differ from state to state. APMCs are essentially where the farmers can bring their produce, bring it to APMC, and they can sell their produce. These are essentially like government sponsored or government aided, or you could say कि government ने जगह दे दी है आपको, and you can make sure आप अपना सामान आके बेच रहे हो. Correct? That is what agricultural produce marketing committee is like. Basically, government approved sabdi mandi, government set up sabdi mandi. Correct? ये state to state में फर्क होगा, because agriculture is a state subject. तो ये भी नहीं हो सकता. Yes. Okay. Now we are left with Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, and second, Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices. Okay. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs and Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices. Now I will work with you. I will work with you to come to an analogy, to come to a conclusion. One thing is for sure, that the Cabinet Committee is a higher body, is a bigger body, is a bigger hierarchy than the Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices. Correct? Because Cabinet Committee. Agreed? So इतना तो हमको आता है. ठीक है. Good. Now, Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices. बहुत ध्यान देना. Agricultural costs. Agricultural costs. Costs मतलब the cost that you are giving for the production of a crop. You would have heard of something called, one second, you would have heard of something called minimum support price? सुना है minimum support price? Yes, साक्षी, very good. मतलब गेहूं का मुझे इतना रुपए तो मिलेगा ही. दिस इज द मिनिमम आई विल गेट. कौन खरीदेगा? सरकार खरीदेगा. सरकार बोलेगा मेरे को दे दे, मैं आगे बेच दूंगा, तो मेरे को दे तो दे. मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस. ठीक है, मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस, नॉट द फेयर प्राइस, मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस. ठीक है, यस, दैट्स एन एग्रीकल्चरल कॉस्ट. हम क्या बात कर रहे हैं? फेयर प्राइस. उसमें कॉस्ट के ऊपर कुछ थोड़ा लिटिल तो ऐड होगा ना यार, कि थोड़ा लिटिल कि यार थोड़ा हम भी खाना खाएंगे ना. सो दैट द सेकेंड लॉजिक इज इन द फर्स्ट वर्ड्स. कैबिनेट कमिटी, सेकेंड कमीशन. कैबिनेट कमिटी एंड कमीशन. Commissions are appointed bodies. They don't have the democratic mandate to approve a specific function. The only people who do are regulatory bodies. Is Commission of Agricultural Costs and Prices a regulatory body? No. Which means you do not have the law backing you to take a decision like this. अभी कल आया ना न्यूज़पेपर में कि वो यूजीसी इज थिंकिंग ऑफ मेकिंग ऑल्टरनेट अरेंजमेंट्स, एनसीईआरटी का नया कैलेंडर आ रहा है. दीज आर ऑल रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज. दे हैव ऑल बीन बैक्ड बाय एक्ट. यूजीसी बैक्ड बाय यूजीसी एक्ट, एआईसीटी इज बैक्ड बाय एआईसीटी एक्ट. आज सुबह सुबह आरबीआई हैज रिलीज्ड अ टन ऑफ मेजर्स. रिवर्स रेपो रेट कम कर दिया है, ऑल ऑफ दोस थिंग्स. यस, आरबीआई इज आल्सो अ रेगुलेटरी बॉडी and it is a statutory body backed by RBI Act. I've already explained to you that all regulatory bodies are either statutory bodies or constitutional bodies. तभी उनके पास पावर होती है. कमीशन के पास तो है नहीं. कमीशन, the answer is not the word commission. The answer is Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices. The Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices. Explain to this. The Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices is not a statutory body and it's therefore not a regulatory body. So वो final price तो decide कर ही नहीं सकते. They will recommend, they will suggest. Okay? Therefore, the answer would be Cabinet Committee of Economic Affairs. समझ में आया? Clear on this? Good. So I know we can always get same goes for MSP also. Yes, calculation of MSP happens by the CACP, but MSP is finally approved by the CCE. ठीक है, clear? Okay. Alright, next question. ये मैंने कहा आज 2015 में था, मैंने कहा आज डाल देते क्योंकि आज भी कुछ ऐसा ही हुआ है. ओके, this is the question 2015 and look at our luck, it applies. When the Reserve Bank of India reduces the statutory liquidity ratio by 50 basis points, which of the following is likely to happen? 1. India's GDP growth rate increases drastically. India's GDP growth rate increased drastically. ठीक है. Second, foreign institutional investors may bring more capital into our country. May bring more capital into our country. Third, scheduled commercial banks may cut their lending rates. D, it may drastically reduce the liquidity to the banking system. It may drastically reduce the liquidity to the banking system. ठीक है, clear on this? Okay, अभी मैं पोल दिया है, उसको आप आंसर करेंगे. ट्राई करिए आराम से. मैं नहीं हिंट दिया. Yes, Manish, I do. अवनीश रिफ्रेश कर दे। श्योर राम, ठीक है, गुड, मोस्ट ऑफ यू गॉट द आंसर राइट। कई बार व्हाट हैपेंस इन द एग्जाम इज बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रेशर, बिकॉज ऑफ यू नो कि थोड़ा सा एवरी प्री में क्या होता है, व्हेन यू सिट एंड राइट द एग्जाम द सिंपलेस्ट ऑफ क्वेश्चन सीम कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, कि लगता है कुछ तो है इसमें, कुछ तो यूपीएससी इतना आसान दे ही नहीं सकता। ठीक है, नाउ दिस क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड टू व्हाट इट इज टुडे, सो वील अंडरस्टैंड हाउ इट वर्क्स। ठीक है, कि मतलब इतना आसान कैसे दे दिया, मतलब कैसे दे दिया। Like for example, in 2015 itself, when I was going through the paper, there was a question that Niti Aayog replaces which of the following? था उसमें प्लानिंग कमीशन, फाइनेंस कमीशन, ऐसे 4 एग्जाम्पल थे। ठीक है, नाउ when I read the question, ये पक्का यही है, ये यूपीएससी का पेपर है, मतलब are you sure you are asking a UPSC question? So sometimes you must understand papers are very well balanced. ठीक है, so where are the confusions that happen usually? SLR और CRR में कंफ्यूजन होता है, नो प्रॉब्लम, हो सकता है। एक चीज तो क्लियर है, RBI is a banker to the banks. RBI is a regulatory body which regulates the banking system of our country, which means it regulates the banks of our country. ठीक है, क्लियर ऑन दिस। तो इसका मतलब बी अपने आप, the second option is automatically out because you are not essentially looking at foreign investment, आपको तो काम बैंक से है। Second, you may or may not know the difference between CLR, SR, CRR in the exam. Sometimes we might get confused कि कौन सा कैश में, कौन सा काइंड में, ठीक है, हो जाता है। बट एक चीज तो क्लियर है, RBI is like Ganesh Gaitonde. Then you have SBI, then you have HDFC, then you have ICICI. Okay, RBI tells each of these that listen, I will take care of you if you follow some guidelines. For example, Yes Bank, है ना, recently. So for example, if SBI, HDFC, ICICI, Yes Bank, all of them say, ठीक, we agree. क्या बोला RBI? What are the things? They said you will have to keep some emergency cash with you, so that tomorrow, if anything goes wrong, there is at least some money to run the ecosystem. So, अगर SBI has 100 rupees and they are supposed to keep 10 rupees as safety, they have 90 rupees to play with. Correct? Now, if you're reducing this ratio, which means you're reducing the amount of money you have to keep. So now you have to keep 5 rupees. So now SBI has 95 rupees to play with, which means SBI will now be able to give more money. So automatically it is relating to increasing liquidity in the system. Correct? समझ में आ रहा है? Increase करेगा, पैसा ज्यादा आया, तो और ये तो ऑपोजिट ही हो गया, तो फोर्थ आउट। क्या आंसर हुआ? सी। क्लियर ऑन दिस? सिंपल इनफ। ओके, सेम है, CRR भी बड़ा हो गया, SLR भी बड़ा हो गया, यही होगा। करेक्ट। एलेक्स जस्ट रिफ्रेश कर लो ना एक बार। नेक्स्ट, दिस इज आल्सो अ गुड क्वेश्चन। In India, markets in agricultural products are regulated under. In India, markets in agriculture. Yes, Dishit, CAR, capital adequacy ratio is 9%. पढ़ के किधर जाएगा तू? कौन पूछा तेरे को 9% एग्जाम में? So the idea is you should know what CAR means. डेटा कोई नहीं पूछता बेटा, है ना? One must, आपको हमेशा ध्यान रखना चाहिए. Always know what to read, what not to read. Anyways, in India, markets in agricultural products are regulated under. ठीक है, इधर नहीं लिखना है आंसर, इधर करने का है। ठीक है, ऑल राइट। First, Essential Commodities Act 1955. Second, Agricultural Produce Marketing Committee Act enacted by the states. Third, Agricultural Produce Grading and Marking Act 1937. D, Food Products Order 1956. And Meat and Food Products Order 1973. Okay? All right. Shoot. Go ahead. Thank you, Nishu. I will answer. I'll answer the questions. Okay, good. Still 12% of you have gotten it wrong. This should not be here. Okay. Simple explanation. You are trying to figure out the products of agriculture. One thing we know for sure, agriculture is in the state list. This should be enough to answer the question, as it is और तो दिमाग लगाना ही नहीं है. Essential commodities मतलब essential चीजें which include agriculture plus X. दवाइयाँ भी तो आती है. So why would it be? Agricultural Produce Grading and Marking Act मतलब standardization. So this is also not there. Agri-Food Products Order and Meat and Food Products Order. This again violates the concept that it is state. Clear? Now, why would a law, खुद ही सोच के देखो, why would a law regulate the markets at a national level when agriculture is in the state list? That is why Agricultural Produce Market Committee Act APMCA उस साल की इकोनॉमिक सर्वे के बॉक्स में था, which is why I keep on telling you, always keep on telling you, कि please read the boxes of the economic survey before you go to the pre. Questions are directly cut, copy pasted from there and put in the prelims paper. A simple explanation of center and states, you should be able to answer this. Yes, enacted by the states. UPSC still the same level of difficulty. Back in the day, मतलब ऐसे थोड़ा कि 1857 का पेपर है पंकज, 2015 का पेपर है बेटा, ठीक है? Yes. Clear? Yes. Obviously, अब खुद ही सोच के देखो, एक स्टेट में राइस ज्यादा आसानी से मिलता है. एक खुद ही सोचो, नॉर्थ इंडिया में डोसा महंगा है, साउथ इंडिया में दाल महंगा है. Yes or no? Because नॉर्थ इंडिया में अवेलेबिलिटी ज्यादा है पराठे की और साउथ इंडिया में डोसे का अवेलेबिलिटी ज्यादा है. सो दैट्स व्हाई. सिंपल इज दिस. ओके, क्लियर? यस. हाँ बेटा राहुल, अभी मंगवाता हूँ डोसा. अभी देखा नहीं जोमेटो के साथ क्या हुआ है. ओके, नेक्स्ट. Which of the following brings out the consumer price index number for industrial workers? Please do not answer in the comment box. This is a very good question. Which of the following brings out the consumer price index number for industrial workers? RBI, Department of Economic Affairs, Labor Bureau, the Department of Personnel and Training. If you need more time, I'll give you 15 more seconds also. But do this properly. Take your time, answer. I understand this is a slightly... Most welcome, Nikita. Thank you so much. Thank you, Naveen. Thank you very much. Thank you. India book नहीं पढ़ना है. Till now, 50% of you have gotten the answer wrong. Thank you, Shivangi. I'll have it checked with the tech team somewhere. Divya, just send me the email again on the email address. I will reply. Okay, thank you, Juhi. Thank you, Karan. Okay, all right. थैंक यू आयुष। देखो बहुत सिंपल है, लेट्स लुक एट दिस। Let's look at, still half of you have gotten the answer wrong, which is not a good thing. Consumer price index number for industrial workers. Now index का क्या मतलब हुआ? Index मतलब a statistical listing. Sensex is an index, है ना? Consumer price is an index, wholesale price is an index. Okay, now let's understand this. अब consumer price index है and for industrial workers. So if you are creating a list of the prices of consumerables, कौन तो नहीं ही होगा? रिजर्व बैंक नहीं होगा फॉर श्योर। डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पर्सनल एंड ट्रेनिंग, यूपीएससी सिलेक्शन छोड़ के अब ये काम करेंगे कि आटा कितने का मिलता है? यस और नो? डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पर्सनल एंड ट्रेनिंग looks after recruitment. So A&D is automatically eliminated. Now the option is Department of Economic Affairs and Labor Bureau. Correct. अब you would have heard of Labor Ministry for sure. Labor Bureau शायद नहीं सुना हो। बहुत सिंपल आंसर है इसका। इंडस्ट्री में कौन काम करता है? इंडस्ट्री में कौन काम करता है? लेबर। यस, इंडस्ट्री में लेबर काम करता है। बेटा लेबर काम करता है तो लेबर ब्यूरो। सेकंड, दिस इज ए डिपार्टमेंट। मिनिस्ट्री के अंदर होते हैं ना डिपार्टमेंट, जैसे दिस इज एजुकेशन मिनिस्ट्री, सो डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्कूल एजुकेशन, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कॉलेज एजुकेशन। सिंस when does a department give you a listing? A department never gives you a listing of the prices. No department does. ना कभी आज तक मुझे डिपार्टमेंट लिस्ट कर रहा है नहीं, लिस्टिंग कर रहे हैं आप, प्राइसेस बता रहे, इंडिकेट कर रहे, हैज टू बी a specialized body. You are giving a consumer price index number, which means some statistics is going to happen, some mathematical calculation is going to happen. मतलब इतना मेहनत किया तो यूपीएससी का एग्जाम निकाला, इधर तो जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी बनाए और दिन भर बैंक के कैलकुलेटर लेके बैठा है कि बॉस ये वनस्पति घी कितने का मिलेगा, हॉर्लिक्स कितने का मिलेगा। सो दैट्स व्हाई। अंडरस्टूड दिस? गुड। अंकित अभी बाहर से नहीं खाना ढूंढे कबाब बेटा, थोड़ा टाइम वेट कर लो उसके बाद खाना। Okay, all right. Thanks, Chavi. Thank you, Punisha. Next, polity question. Finally, chalo, let's start. The Rajya Sabha has no power either to reject. Answer comment box में नहीं आना है, answer इधर ही आना है. Okay, answer has to always be here, not in the comment box. I'll give you enough time for to poll. The Rajya Sabha has no power either to reject or amend a money bill. 2. The Rajya Sabha cannot vote on the demand for grants. 3. The Rajya Sabha cannot discuss the annual financial statement. Okay. How are you answering in 1 second? ये 1 second में तो वाह। Thank you Neha, thank you so much, thank you. Thank you Ashrad. आशुतोष इसलिए नहीं पढ़ना है क्योंकि कुछ नया नहीं आया इस बार, ठीक है, और मैं बोला है। Yes, good. We've discussed this. Center stronger than the states. Whenever the center is stronger than the states have to be given a small little candy to play with, and whatever candy that we give them, the candy has to be a hollow candy. ठीक है? Now let's understand this. The Rajya Sabha has no power to either reject or amend a money bill. मनी बिल मतलब पैसा, एनीथिंग दैट हैज एन इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज इन द अमाउंट ऑफ मनी एंड जस्ट द मनी। ठीक है, कुछ नया नहीं आ रहा है, कुछ पुराना नहीं आ रहा है। ओरिजिनल मतलब कुछ नया, मनी मतलब कुछ पैसा, फाइनेंशियल मतलब कुछ नया जिसमें पैसा भी लगे। सिंपल इज दैट। ओरिजिनल मीन्स समथिंग न्यू, money means something which requires money, and financial means something which requires money and is also new. Clear on this? Simple enough. Now if and we know this, that the Rajya Sabha is chosen by the MLAs of the respective state legislative assemblies. If the Rajya Sabha had the power to change the money bill, to amend the money bill, then the Lok Sabha would be dependent on them, and the Rajya Sabha is a representation of the states. उनके पास अपना खुद का मनी बिल है, अपना खुद का बजट है, वहां के लोग, उधर भी तुमको वोट करना, इधर भी आके वोट करने के चल क्या रहा है। Clear on this? So it does not have the power to reject or to amend, because the mandate lies with the Lok Sabha. Clear on this? So that is why the first option is correct. Second option, ठीक है, second option, राज्य सभा cannot vote on demand for grants. Demand for grants का मतलब बजट में दो पार्ट्स होते हैं, one is called appropriation, the other is called finance bill. Appropriation bill, finance bill. Never confuse finance bill with financial bill, those are two very different things. Appropriation bill मतलब गवर्नमेंट के ट्रेजर को, गवर्नमेंट के खजाने को बोलते हैं कंसोलिडेटेड फंड ऑफ इंडिया। इसमें से कुछ पैसा हम मिनिस्ट्रीज को हर साल देते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एजुकेशन मिनिस्ट्री, एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्ट्री, हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री। ओके, नाउ एजुकेशन मिनिस्ट्री गेट्स दिस मनी एंड देन एजुकेशन मिनिस्ट्री सेज फ्रॉम दिस अमाउंट आई विल स्पेंड दिस मच ऑन स्कूल, दिस मच ऑन कॉलेज, इन स्कूल दिस मच आई विल स्पेंड ऑन टीचर ट्रेनिंग, दिस मच आई विल स्पेंड ऑन डिजिटाइजेशन, दिस मच आई विल स्पेंड ऑन मिड डे मील, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा। करेक्ट? Boss, if the Rajya Sabha had a part to play in this process, okay, then the states would have a say. फिर तो states बताएंगी कि एजुकेशन मिनिस्ट्री को सेंटर पे कितना पैसा मिल रहा है, yes or no, and that would violate our principle, center stronger than the states. Demand for grants are a part of the appropriation bill, so this is correct. ठीक है? Third, the Rajya Sabha cannot discuss the annual financial statement. Cannot discuss the annual financial statement. Discuss कर ले यार, Article 19 fundamental right है ना? Do MPs have a fundamental right to express? करने दो उनको express. Whatever they want to express, they express. Doesn't matter, because whatever they express, we don't care about. तेरे को जो बोलना है तू बोल, मैं पास तो अपने करेगा ना बजट साइड में जाके. So that is why. So automatically, because of this, so they can discuss. अगर ये नहीं होता तो आर्टिकल 19 वायलेट हो जाता. So that is why 1 and 2 is correct. Okay. All right. Rajya Sabha can suggest amendment. No. Rajya Sabha can suggest anything. Yes, Rohin. Yes, absolutely. Yes, suggest whatever you want. सजेशन में थोड़ा ना किसी ने माना कि सजेशन तो फ्री है. यस, ओके, ऑल राइट. नेक्स्ट, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट ऑफ 1919. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट ऑफ 1919 क्लियरली डिफाइंड the separation of power between judiciary and legislature, the jurisdiction of central and provincial government, the powers of Secretary of State for India and for the Viceroy, and none of the above. आराम से पढ़ लो, because you'll only get 30 seconds to do this. ठीक है, आराम से पढ़ लो. Ready? Are we ready? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Good. Shooter. बादल गूगल कर ले यार. Gandhi ji came in 1916. Okay. 40% of you got this wrong. 40% of you got this wrong, yeah? Okay. हाँ बेटा, सृष्टि में हर जगह. ठीक है? Okay. There's a very simple way to do this, very simple logic to do this, because I am very bad with dates. I am very bad with historical regulations. ठीक है? See, answer, let's see how do we do this. Okay. Government of India Act of 1919 अगर पूछा है, which means whatever it has spoken about must be a part of who we are today. Because 1919 and 1935, Government of Act 1919 and 1935 are essentially the base on which a lot of our principles have been taken. Which means जो वो वहां पे हुआ होगा वो आज कहीं ना कहीं हम यूज जरूर कर रहे होंगे. करेक्ट. सो तुमको डायर की ये सब याद नहीं आए तो कोई बात नहीं. फर्स्ट थिंग्स फर्स्ट, इसमें से क्या तो पक्का नहीं है. Powers of the Secretary of State for India and the Viceroy. ना Secretary of State है, ना Viceroy है. Clear on this? Confusion could be here. Separation of power between the judiciary and the legislature, and the jurisdiction of the central and the provincial governments. ठीक है? Now, उस टाइम पे 1919 में क्या हमारा जुडिशरी इतना इवॉल्व हुआ था? Did we have such a layered form of judiciary? Did we even have a fully defined Supreme Court and other courts? No. तो जब है ही नहीं तो फिर क्या करोगे सेपरेट करके? Yes or no? So obviously out. क्या बचा? Jurisdiction of the center and provincial governments, and that becomes the answer. Clear? ठीक है? Do we understand this? Yes. So that's the thing. Okay. ठीक है? You have to contextualize the question in the context of the options. ठीक है? Clear on this? Nota is very specific. Okay, all right. Next, ये बहुत technical था, and I remember back in the day a lot of people had gotten this part wrong. आराम से करना, कोई जल्दी नहीं. The terms agreement on agriculture, agreement on the applications of sanitary and phytosanitary measures, and the peace clause appear in the news frequently in the context of affairs of the one, food and agriculture, b, United Nations framework on conference on climate change, third, WTO, fourth, United Nations Environment Program. हाँ जी, ready? Okay. आराम से, कोई जल्दी नहीं है, आराम से करो. लॉजिक से करना है, मेमोरी पे नहीं जाना है. See if you can use this. Yes, Rupa, very good. Good. वर्ड्स पे ध्यान दीजिए. The terms agreement on agriculture, agreement on the application of sanitary and phytosanitary measures, and पीस क्लॉज, ठीक है. An agreement is always between parties. An agreement is always between parties. ठीक है. Party A versus Party B. If you have heard of something called the peace clause, the peace clause is a trade related term. इन सब में से where do countries come and have an agreement with one another? Where do countries come and have a negotiation with one another? तुमको याद ही नहीं है एग्रीकल्चर, साइटो सैनिटरी मेजर्स, कोई बात नहीं. अग्रीमेंट सिर्फ, और अग्रीमेंट इज ऑलवेज बिटवीन टू पार्टीज. यूनाइटेड नेशंस फ्रेमवर्क कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन क्लाइमेट चेंज क्योटो प्रोटोकॉल बनाता है. Kyoto Protocol is not an agreement between nations. It is a protocol which all of us agree to with the UN. Doha, Kyoto Protocol, Paris, climate change. Yeah, समझ में. So agreement as a term always comes with WTO. So your answer becomes World Trade Organization. ठीक है? Clear? Okay, simple enough. Yeah, you must understand that the UPSC knows that you can't remember so much. So even if the UPSC wants to, they will always be term will give it away. Okay? बेटा ऐसे सवालों में none of the above नहीं पूछते हैं. बेटा because UNEP also does not provide for a bilateral agreement between countries. है ना? Next. When a bill is referred, बहुत ध्यान से करना, ये थोड़ा टफ है. When a bill is referred to the joint sitting of both the houses of the parliament, it has to be passed by. When a bill is referred to a joint sitting of both the houses of the parliament, it has to be passed by first, simple majority of members present and voting. Second, 3/4 majority of members present and voting. Third, 2/3 of the majority of the houses. Fourth, absolute majority of the houses. ठीक है, आराम से करो, लॉजिक से करो. Give you some time. Give me 40 seconds for this. ये 1 सेकंड में कैसे 0.8 सेकंड में कैसे आंसर दे दिया बेटा? आओ. कोई बात नहीं प्रभात, मैं भी कभी फर्स्ट नहीं आया, जिंदगी कट जाएगी. यस, एब्सोल्युटली अमीश. Excellent, Suruchi. Thank you, Zom. Thank you, Nukul. Yes. All right. एलिमिनेट कर दो. 3/4 तो हमने कभी फिगर यूज ही नहीं करा है लाइफ में. 3/4 तो हमने कभी करा ही नहीं है. हमने हाफ करा है या फिर हमने 2/3 करा है. 3/4 कहाँ करा है? 2/3 majority of the house. 2/3 के साथ हमने हमेशा प्रेजेंट एंड वोटिंग लगाया है, या 2/3 of the total membership लगाया है. एंड 2/3 plus total membership is always only to remove the president. बस एक ही जगह लगता है वो. 2/3 of the majority तो होता ही नहीं है कुछ, so automatically out. Absolute majority is a political majority. सरकार बनाने के काम आता है, so this is also out. क्या बचा? Simple majority. Simple majority is your default majority. If it is not mentioned anywhere, it is always simple majority. Yes or no? Simple is this. जब कहीं नहीं लिखा हो तो क्या होती है? Simple majority होती है. ठीक है? All right. Next, ये गलती किया था आप लोगों ने. बहुत ध्यान से, ये टफ है. The executive power of the Union of India is vested in the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman of the Civil Services Board. The ex officio, the Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman of the Civil Services Board. इधर ही आंसर है फिर से 0.6 सेकेंड भाई साहब. वाओ. no प्रभात, इट्स गुड. जल्दी नहीं करना, आराम से करना. Okay. Excellent, Aisha. Good job. Good. Vinay, good. Jyotiraditya, well done. Good. Confusion हो सकता है. Let's see how this works. If the executive power of the Union of India is vested in one person, if the executive power of the Union of India is invested in one person, यार एक इंसान के पास अगर एग्जीक्यूटिव पावर हो जाए तो प्रेसिडेंशियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट नहीं हो जाएगा. जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट. नो डाउट द प्राइम मिनिस्टर इज हेड ऑफ द एग्जीक्यूटिव. Yes, but if one person has the executive power of the entire union, तो वो presidential form हो गया ना, तो president में होता है ऐसा तो. So automatically first option is wrong. Come to the second option. The Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman of the Civil Services Board. That's a very simple application of rule number 3 and 4 which I've discussed with you. Separation of powers and checks and balances. मैंने बताया है आपको inter separation of powers and intra separation of powers. Very good. Inter separation of powers and intra separation of powers. Don't worry, I'll explain this. Separation of powers मतलब L, E and J आपस में दूर रहेंगे. इसको बोलते हैं inter. Intra मतलब inside L, inside E, inside J. Correct. Inside L, inside J, inside E, inside J. Inter मतलब आपस में. Intra मतलब L के अंदर, E के अंदर, J के अंदर. L के अंदर क्या है? लोकसभा, राज्यसभा. E के अंदर क्या है? इलेक्टेड एग्जीक्यूटिव, मंत्री. परमानेंट एग्जीक्यूटिव, बाबू वाला बाबू नहीं, ये ऑफिशियल वाला बाबू. Okay, and judiciary में क्या है? Supreme Court and other courts. This means they have to be kept away from each other and they have to be kept internally separate from one another. Correct. अगर सिविल सर्विसेज बोर्ड का हेड मतलब परमानेंट एग्जीक्यूटिव का चेयरमैन इलेक्टेड एग्जीक्यूटिव का हेड हो जाएगा तो सिविल सर्विसेज के पास थोड़ी बहुत इंडिपेंडेंस कहाँ बचेगी? सिंपल इज दैट. यस, अगर सिविल सर्विसेज का हेड प्राइम मिनिस्टर हो जाएगा तो फिर सिविल सर्विसेज का सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर्स कैसे होगा? यस, सिंपल एक्सप्लेनेशन. नाउ यू मे नॉट रिमेम्बर दिस, ये में याद नहीं आए. और सोचो और कौन कौन से बोर्ड सुने हुए हैं. रेलवे बोर्ड सुना है, इनकम टैक्स बोर्ड सुना है, कस्टम्स एक्साइज टैक्स सुना है. करेक्ट. यस, यस और नो. रेलवे बोर्ड का चेयरमैन रेलवे मिनिस्टर होता है या ऑफिसर होता है? ऑफिसर होता है ना. यस और नो. बस जब रेलवे बोर्ड का होता है तो फिर यही होगा. यस और नो. ये लंकेश क्या लिखा बेटा? मैं हूं लंकेश, ही हा. लंकेश रावण. ओ, अभी सुबह आता है बेटा, वहां देख लिया मैं. ओके, ऑल राइट. ओके, All right. ठीक है, clear on this? All right, excellent. Next, एमनेस्टी इंटरनेशनल, यहाँ पे भी गलती किया था. Why is the first part wrong? बेटा, because one person cannot have all executive power in this country. That is why. Next, I'll go through the questions in the last 5 minutes of class. Don't worry, we'll take 5 minutes. I'll go through the questions. Okay? हाँ जी, चलो. Amnesty International is an agency of the UN to help refugees of civil wars. 2, a global human rights movement. 3, a non-governmental voluntary organization to help very poor people. 4th, an intergovernmental agency to cater to medical emergencies in war-ravaged regions. इधर नहीं आंसर लिखना है, पोल में करना है. चलो ट्राई करो. Day before yesterday, so finish this and I'll give you the trick. And okay. Day before yesterday we had discussed Doctors Without Borders. मैं क्या बोला था? वो UN एजेंसी नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि ऐसा हल्के वाला नाम है. It's a light-hearted name, correct? It's a light-hearted name, but here that's not the case. Amnesty light-hearted नहीं लग रहा था मुझे. Amnesty. Now think about this. The answer actually lies in the first words. Amnesty International. UN का तो हो ही नहीं सकता, तो कुछ ऐसे फॉर्मल सा नाम होता. मूवमेंट का नाम कौन रखता है ऐसे, है ना? मूवमेंट का नाम ऑक्यूपाई मूवमेंट है ना. मूवमेंट के नाम में कौन लिखता है ऐसे, करेक्ट? देन इंटर गवर्नमेंटल एजेंसी टू केटर टू मेडिकल इमरजेंसीज. बेटा, एन इंटर गवर्नमेंटल एजेंसी होता तो यूएन के अंडर ही नहीं होता. And it would have been called a certain name. Yes, Quit India movement, Swadeshi movement, Khilafat movement के तो नाम में आना चाहिए था. इंडिया अगेंस्ट करप्शन मूवमेंट, ऐसे कौन नाम रखता है कि एमनेस्टी इंटरनेशनल? यस, सो अ नॉन गवर्नमेंटल वॉलंटरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू हेल्प वेरी पुअर पीपल. हाँ, आई नो द वर्ड वेरी पुअर पीपल वुड हैव कॉज्ड द कंफ्यूजन, बट बिकॉज एक तो एमनेस्टी का लिटरल मीनिंग क्या है? एमनेस्टी का लिटरल मीनिंग होता है to help somebody get out of misery. इसका मतलब होता है amnesty. The literal meaning, Sandeep, of amnesty is this. Okay? Alright. Next question. With reference to the union government, consider the following. With reference to the union government, consider the following. The Department of Revenue is responsible for the preparation of the union budget that is presented to the Parliament. No amount can be withdrawn from the Consolidated Fund of India without the authorization from the Parliament of India. All the disbursements which are made from the public account also need authorization from the Parliament of India. All require. अब इसमें सिंपल है, खुद ही करके बताओ, मैं इसमें फोन नहीं ले रहा हूँ. आंसर करो कमेंट में. दिस इज वेरी इजी. दिस इज नॉट दिस थिंग, है ना? I know sometimes you can get confused with Department of Revenue, but budget क्या होता है? खर्चा कैसे करते हैं? It is more to do with expenditure than to do with income. So Department of Expenditure हो सकता था या Department of Economic Affairs हो सकता था. Revenue तो नहीं होता. I can understand that one can be confused between expenditure and economic affairs, and budget therefore becomes a combination of money coming in and money going out. So revenue होता तो पैसा आ रहा है, so expenditure होता तो पैसा जा रहा है. Budget is पैसा कितना आया, कितना खर्च करेंगे. So economic affairs वो हो गया. Clear on this? So that the first option becomes incorrect. Look at the third option. Very good. All disbursements made from public account of India require authorization. Public account पे अपना पैसा है, पार्लियामेंट का क्या लेना देना? पब्लिक अकाउंट में प्रोविडेंट फंड है, पब्लिक अकाउंट में पेंशन फंड है. अब मेरा पर पेंशन, मेरा प्रोविडेंट, मैं सरकार को पूछेगा निकाल के देने को, यस और नो, तो मेरा पैसा हुआ ना ये फिर. सो ऑब्वियसली 3 इज आउट. क्या बचा? 2. नो अमाउंट कैन बी विड्रॉन फ्रॉम द ऑथराइजेशन बिकॉज ऑफ डेमोक्रेटिक मैंडेट. द मैंडेट लाइज विद द पार्लियामेंट. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज द कस्टोडियन ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया. ये सुन लो, ये सुन लो, ये सुन लो. ठीक है. इसका ग्रामर क्या है? व्हाट इज द इंग्लिश एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर कस्टोडियन? मतलब A is protecting B. B क्या है? Constitution. So what you need to protect the Constitution? What do you need to protect the Constitution from? You need to protect the Constitution from laws that would violate the Constitution. So Supreme Court. ठीक है. यहाँ पे अम्बेडकर नहीं बनना कि नहीं सर प्रेसिडेंट के ओथ में लिखा है टू डिफेंड द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ऐसा नहीं होता है. ऐसे तो हर एक के ओथ में लिखा है कि हम ये डिफेंड करेंगे. करेक्ट? यस, सिंपल इनफ. कस्टोडियन मतलब बचाना. सो दैट इज वाई सिंपल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया. सिंपल इज दिस. ठीक है. Provisions in the 5th and the 6th schedule of the constitution are made in order to protect the interests of scheduled tribes, determine the boundaries between states, determine the powers and authorities and responsibilities of panchayats to protect the interests of all border states. सिंपल तरीका है. इसमें क्या हम एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं? पंचायत की बस बाद में आया था. हमारे पास है ही 12 शेड्यूल. ये तो बाद में आया, तो बीच में कहां से शेड्यूल घुसेड़ देंगे? तो सी आउट हो गया. डी, प्रोटेक्ट द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ ऑल बॉर्डर स्टेट्स. इंटरेस्ट ऑफ ऑल बॉर्डर स्टेट्स का हम अलग से प्रोटेक्शन क्यों करेंगे भी तो फर्स्ट और शेड्यूल में लिखेंगे, तो ये चला गया. डिटरमिन ऑफ द बाउंड्रीज ऑफ द स्टेट्स, ये भी पहले 8 शेड्यूल में लिखेंगे, शेड्यूल 1 में लिखा होता है. बचा क्या? प्रोटेक्ट द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स. यहाँ पे हम शेड्यूल्ड एरियाज वगैरह मेंशन करते हैं. ठीक है. आसान क्वेश्चन था. ये टफ है, ये आप सॉल्व करेंगे. दिस इज द क्वेश्चन यू हैव टू सॉल्व. To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India is a provision made in the. रुक जाओ, मैं बोल दूंगा बेटा. रुक जा, बोल दे. रुक जा. Preamble, DPSP, rights and fundamental duties. पक्का आधे लोग गलत करेंगे. ऐसा नहीं करना है, ट्राई करना है. Okay, good. Still half of you got the answer wrong. Unity is mentioned everywhere. सुनो. Very good, Shobit. सुनो. अगर सरकार कुछ करती है तो डीपीएसपी है, अगर आप कुछ करते हैं तो ड्यूटी है. ये एक बेसिक डिविजन है. You read something and see if this is something the government should do, it is DPSP. If this is something that the citizen should do, it is a fundamental duty. ठीक है, clear. For example, मैं बोलूँ to promote पंचायती राज. आप जाएंगे घर में सरपंच बनाने या गवर्नमेंट एक स्ट्रक्चर बनाएगी. So what does that become? DPSP. To promote cottage industries. आप जाएंगे घर में इंडस्ट्री बनाने या गवर्नमेंट will promote industries. So DPSP. ठीक है. एक लेयर ये हो गया. A very simple way to identify which is a DPSP and which is a DP. Second, the key word here are to. ठीक है. To protect, to uphold. Uphold मतलब to value, to uphold and protect. Uphold एक पर्सनल सा शब्द है. And the sovereignty and unity and integrity of India. To uphold. ये जहां to और uphold आ गया, इसका मतलब it is individual in nature. It means it is a personal attribute. Preamble में तो कभी direction लिखा ही नहीं हुआ था कभी, तो ये तो हट गया. Rights was never a part of this. Now the confusion was directives, principles and state policy. अगर uphold नहीं लिखा होता तो हम कंफ्यूज हो जाते डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स में, लेकिन अपहोल्ड लिखा है, अपहोल्ड द वैल्यूज ऑफ द इंडियन फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल, अपहोल्ड, याद है, अपहोल्ड द वैल्यूज ऑफ द इंडियन फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल, ड्यूटी है, अपहोल्ड कर, मान्यता दे, सो फंडामेंटल ड्यूटी। ठीक है, क्लियर ऑन दिस, डू वी अंडरस्टैंड दिस? ठीक है, good. Let me look at a couple of questions and then I'll pick up the remainder later. Beta, the difficulty level is more or less the same. Now, just please don't write any more questions. Let me go through some of the questions. Anup, if the logic is getting you a different answer than the memory, then work on the logic more. It's usually the सही है. ठीक है, Sachin, thank you so much. Technical difference नहीं होता enforceable और justiciable में UPSC के context में. DPSP is a discretion of the government, yes. Preamble also नहीं तो government किस बात का government है? ठीक है, all right. Why a power to PM के पास नहीं power होती है? Enforceable and this means the same. मैं CSR cares fund अलग से कराऊंगा. Okay. Enforceable, justiciable mean the same thing. Tushant, I will reply to your mail. If they're not implementing properly, then a case can be filed. Yeah? Okay. Okay, I'll show the questions. I'll see the questions which are... Yes, Aditya, so I'll do that, don't worry. Okay? Yes, Gautam. एक बार resend कर दो in case it has gotten back to the spam. Okay, hold on a second. Most of your questions are largely around the concepts of the parliament, correct? Most of your questions are largely around the context of the parliament. एक काम करते हैं, I will make a couple of videos on some key concepts in the parliament, okay? And I will make sure that these videos are up on the YouTube channel itself. ठीक है, मैं डाल दूंगा, आप लोगों को आप YouTube चैनल में देख सकते हैं, YouTube चैनल का लिंक आपको मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, जो भी की कॉन्सेप्ट है ना पार्लियामेंट के, वो मैं कर दूंगा, मैं YouTube पे भी डाल दूंगा, एंड विल डिस्कस दिस इन अ लाइव सेशन आल्सो, सो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट, सो दैट इट इज इजी. ठीक है, it's always easy. I will do the YouTube session and then we can figure this out. Okay, I can see most of your questions are just parliament. So I'll answer this. Okay, don't worry. Okay, Aditya, basically the idea is if something is to be done by the government, it is called a DPSP. If you read a late statement, if something seems like it will be done by the government, is a DPSP. If it seems like it is to be done at the citizen level, then it is a fundamental duty. Fundamental duties usually have a personal adjective to it, like a call to action to this. So when you see the word to is a call to action, to do something. Preamble is not a call to action. Preamble is just an introductory statement, so it's out. Fundamental rights are negative obligations, so it's out. The difference is directive principles of state policy and duties. Okay? So annual financial statement budget means the same thing. So directive principles of state policy and duties. अब यहाँ देखो, to uphold. To is a call to action. And uphold sounds more like an individual perspective, like an individual call to action. Uphold and integrity as well. ठीक है, तो मतलब देश का सीक्रेट जाके मत बेचाना. That's the basic idea. ठीक है, all the terms, committees, I'll cover all parliamentary committees. ये सब मैं एक वीडियोस बनाता हूँ, हम कवर कर लेंगे. ये भी करते रहेंगे, and then we'll start. These past year question papers also will keep doing, because इससे revise होता है, and once you keep looking at questions in a certain way, you start thinking, you start becoming calmer कि यार ये तो question आ चुका है, ये तो मैं कर सकता था. Okay, all right, don't worry. Judiciary and so ये सब मैं दे रहा हूँ सब channel name सब दे रहा हूँ. ये रहा channel name. Okay, Clear on this? Yes, I'll make sure the classes are largely in English only. Okay. All right. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Okay. Election Commissioner is also Shobha Laldu. Email ID, Telegram channel, and if somebody you know or if you are buying a course, ये use करना. मेरे को MG नरेगा में पैसा मिलता है खाना खाने में. ठीक है. अब मंडे को होगी. Yes, I will schedule it. This is the email ID, the Telegram channel, and the code. Okay. Contact दिया ना बेटा email ID में, है ना? बस. Tushant, I'll look at just yes, article 53. Just send it to me as an email. I'll have a look at it. Okay. ये रहा ना email, contact@atishmathur.com is an email ID. ये मैं नया बनाया है, special ID है, मैं स्पेशल आदमी है. Okay. This is the email ID. This is the Telegram channel and this is the code. Okay. एक बार resend कर दो, मैं देख लेता हूँ. ठीक है. Okay. All right. See you guys. Take care. ठीक है. All right. You guys take care. See you guys. Have a good weekend and take care. Be safe and I'll see you guys around. Okay. Bye. Take care. See you guys. Bye. All ministries shortlist